I don't know when food replaced sex for me. I just know if I want either one of them, I should take a pill first.
So, Brad, thank you for joining our series, Stand Up at the Talk. We've both been doing comedy for a long time, but we've never met.
I always surprised, like, how have I never met Sheryl? Because I'll tell you why. Back in the 80s and 90s, you know, when you went in every comedy club, all the black and white photos were up on the wall.
Yeah.
And I saw Sheryl Underwood everywhere.
Really?
And I thought, well, I'll run into her one of these
One day.
days.
That's right.
And I never have until today, and here we are.
That's right. That's because
I'm surprised we haven't met.
Well, in the early parts of the week, we go to bed at 5:30, like grown people do.
Well,
That's why you haven't seen us. Right. So a few years ago, you did a video roasting millennials that went super viral. So how'd you do it, and what was that moment like?
Nobody more surprised than me.
Really?
Yeah, because I've been doing those jokes in the clubs for years, and then all of a sudden it went viral, and I was like, "What is happening?"
So do you feel that can you still do the material in the club, or have you lost it?
No, because everybody's seen it now, and it's like, oh, these jokes aren't hitting like they were. Everybody's seen it, so I dropped those pieces. I wrote some new stuff, but yeah.
How long does it take you to polish a new set?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, forever. It takes forever.
Yes, it does. Yes.
That's what people don't understand. And it's supposed to look easy. That's the trick.
Right.
It looks so easy.
That's
I know
right.
it looks easy. It's not easy.
You were a teacher?
I did. I taught fourth graders for 7 years.
What?
Fourth graders. People always go, that must be weird going from classroom to stand up. I go, entertaining a room full of drunks and a bunch of 10-year-olds. Same skill set.
That's right.
It's
That's
exactly the same.
But you still coach high school track.
I do every spring. That's always been my hobby. Some guys do woodworking. Some guys work on old cars. And I coach hurdlers every spring.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Do you use your sense of humor to coach them or
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Sometimes I'm pretty sarcastic.
Yeah.
And you gotta be careful with high school kids because they get their feelings hurt. But
very much so.
I tell them all the time when I'm standing out there in the sleet and snow in March, I go, I turned down a cruise this week to be here. I could be in the Caribbean right now, sitting by the pool, but I turned that down to coach this week. So let's go.
That's right. Get it together.
Yep.
Well, it's time for Comic to Comic, where you answer questions from the last week's comic. And here's a question from Zarna Garg.
You're a clean comic, you're well known for clean comedy, but when you stub your toe or get that parking ticket, come on, do you curse at people or not? Fess up right here on the talk. Let's hear it.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Take a ride with me in a car sometime. Yeah. I'm
so you are profane. You're just not profane in your comedy and your performance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the red light. You know what that means?
What's that?
It's time to wrap things up. So let's close with a little speed round.
Okay.
Who's your biggest influence?
Probably George Carlin. That's the first guy I ever saw
Man,
live.
listen.
I saw him live when I was 15 years old.
Really?
And I remember sitting there before he went on, and it was just the light and the microphone and a pitcher of water. And I remember thinking, he's just going to entertain with just that microphone. And I was about 15, and I think that was the night the hook was set. And I was like, just a microphone.
And so smart. Do you remember what theater? Do you remember?
Yeah, the Paramount in Seattle.
Wow.
And several years later, I got to perform at the Paramount in Seattle, do stand-up. And I walked out, and I kept looking to where I'd been sitting about 15 years earlier. And I was like, I was sitting right over there. And I was doing stand-up.
That's right.
Right over there.
That's right.
It's still to this day one of the coolest moments I've ever had.
What's your favorite part of being on the road?
You know what? I'm a travel snob now. So I've got clear and pre-check, and I get in the lounges and stuff. It's not as bad. I mean, it's still a lot, but and I like going places. I still love seeing the country. I like going places that I've never been to. I enjoy that very much.
Okay, if you weren't a comic, what would you be?
Oh, I'd still be teaching fourth grade and coaching track. I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
great. That
great
got me out of there.
Great profession, though.
Yeah.
Teachers.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. But you'd be the funny teacher that everybody wants to be in the class.
I used to entertain myself when I was teaching. I was like, I'm here with these 10-year-olds all day long, and I'm gonna make myself laugh.
That's right.
And bring along some of these kids with me. And if they can't keep up.
That's right.
Yep.
Hey, I made myself laugh.
Yep. Exactly.
That's the best audience. Okay, to see Brad on tour, go to his website, bradupton.com, for tickets.